Make the ground shake.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Tom Gummy. Today we are back with the fourth and final installment on the main channel of the Five Nights at Freddy's World series. So, if you have enjoyed this series, then I'll leave a link to my second channel down in the description, where I'm going to be continuing over the series, and the short explanation of that I explained in previous videos is I don't enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's World. I don't want to spam the main channel with something I don't enjoy because I don't think it's right. However, a lot of you guys do want the content, and I do owe it to you because you guys show me so much support. It's the least I could do, really. So I'm doing it anyways, even though I'm kind of reluctant to. In all honesty, but I'm going to do it on the second channel, so it's there for you guys to enjoy and do what you want to do with it, but it's not spamming the people that don't want Five Nights at Freddy's anymore, so hopefully you respect that decision and understand my reasonings behind it. But again, this is the final episode on the main channel, which is Adventure Chica. I don't think I even mentioned it. Again, slight rework of the original one, and this time she's holding her cupcake. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, hopefully you do enjoy it. Again, definitely consider leaving a like and showing some support on the series if you haven't already. And I'll leave a link to the previous tutorials as well, again, to the second channel where the series will be continuing. So again, this was designed by myself. Hopefully you do enjoy. And yeah, I'll see you in the tutorial. Okay guys, so we're going to start off by listing off the blocks and we'll get straight on into the tutorial. So the blocks you'll need are the following. You'll need quite a few, so definitely pay attention. You'll need orange stained clay, orange wool, yellow wool, black wool, purple wool, magenta wool, block of gold, white wool, light grey wool, pink carpet, so pink wool and pink carpet, light blue stained clay, brown stained clay, black stained clay, pink wool, block of quartz, magenta stained clay, and also purple stained clay. So again, if you want to pause here, grab them blocks into your inventory, that would be great. And now we can start with the actual statue. So we're going to start off with the legs, which are 12 tall and 8 wide. So we're going to do the first layer, which consists of 1 orange stained clay, 1 wool, stained clay, 2 wool, stained clay, wool, stained clay. Now as you can see, that is 8 blocks wide. And essentially what we're going to do is build 11 layers on top of that. So the second layer is the exact same. It's orange stained clay, wool, stained clay, 2 wool, clay, wool, clay. Again, right now it should be 2 layers tall. The next layer is 8 orange wool. And then the fourth layer is the exact same. So again, just to go over it again. 1 orange stained clay, wool, clay, 2 wool, clay, and then 2 rows of 8 orange wool. The fifth layer is 8 black wool. The 6th, 7th, and 8th layer is yellow wool. So 3 layers of 8 yellow wool. Next we have 3 yellow wool, 2 black, 3 yellow. And this is where we're doing like the little like U shape to I guess it's kind of like the animatronic lines where the endoskeleton bends and stuff like that. I don't know a technical term for that actually. The next layer is 2 yellow, 1 black, 2 yellow, 1 black, 2 yellow. The second to last layer, the 11th layer, is 2 black, 4 yellow, 2 black. And then the final layer, the 12th layer, is 1 black, 6 yellow, 1 black. Once you've done that, it looks something like this. That is a 12 by 8 rectangle, 12 tall, 8 wide. If you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so, and I'm going to prove to you right now. So you can see here on the map, the floor level is Y5. Yours might be slightly different, so feel free to check it. If you're on console, you can use a map, or if you're on PC, press F3 on your keyboard. So you can see right here, my Y level is 5, and I go up to here, it should be Y17. Now again, if yours is slightly different, for example, if yours is 4, which I believe is what it is on all PC Super Flat Worlds, then it should be 18. Oh no, not 18, 16, sorry, my apologies, I cannot do maths, apparently. And then again, just add on to whatever it is. So if it's Y5, it's 17. If it's Y10, it's 22. You get the idea, hopefully. Okay, so with that said, that is the legs complete, or at least the frontal legs. So what we're going to do now is work on the body. So what we're going to do is on the right side, we're going to place 1 yellow wool, and we're going to expand it 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right side, and that's to mark out where the hand goes. Next, what we're going to do is expand it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over to the left using solid yellow wool. And again, that's just the first layer of the body. This is, again, the first layer of the arm, but we're not going to worry about that for now. We'll come back to that later on in the video. The next layer on top of the body is 1 yellow wool, 6 black wool, 1 yellow. The next layer is 1 black wool, 6 yellow, 1 black. And then the next 9 layers is yellow wool. So that's 1 layer. That's the second. Third, if I can place it, that is. My placement is awful. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and last but not least, the 9th row. Now, if you do it correctly, it should be 24 blocks from the floor. So as you can see here, mine is 29. The floor is Y5, so that is 24 blocks tall. And as you can see, it should look something like this. Now, it looks very plain, and I'll explain in a second what we're going to do to counteract that. But yeah, it's 24 tall, 8 wide. If you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our white wool, and we're going to make the bib. The little, like, napkin that goes on the front that says, "Let's eat, let's party." I can't actually remember which one the adventure character or the adventure Chica has. It might be something slightly different, but in this case it doesn't really matter because you can't read it, so we're just going to put some colours together and make it look nice and signify that that's what it's meant to be. So what we're going to do is go to the top left corner. We're going to get our white wool, and we're going to place 1, and going down 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white wool. We're then going to go down diagonal to the right twice, to the right 1, 2, 3, up diagonal again, and up 7. And it will loop back up and make a shape that looks like this. Next, what we're going to do at the top side, to the right of this, we're going to place 1 white wool, leave a 4 block gap, and place 1 white wool. So that is essentially the bib. We're now going to fill it in, adding the detail. So simply what we're going to do is from here we're going to go down diagonal and to the right 3 times, and that will link up perfectly like so. And we go ahead and fill this all in using our white wool. Now we're going to punch in the details afterwards because it's just easier to do it that way rather than doing it layer by layer. So yeah, fill it all in using the white wool. Again, with the exception of these 4 blocks at the top, which is going to be for the neck, which is yellow wool. So we're going to leave a 4 block gap. So it should be looking something like this. Again, the sides are 8 tall. So on the second layer, we're going to come to the 4th block, punch it out and replace it with light grey wool. I'll do all the light grey wool first. We're then going to come to the 4th layer, to the 2nd block, punch it out, light grey. We come to the second to last layer, so this second to top. We come to the 4th block, punch it out, and we also come to the 7th block and punch it out and replace with grey wool, or light grey wool should I say. So that is all the light grey complete. Next what we're going to do is the purple. So with the purple we're going to come to this light grey here, we're going to go up diagonal and punch this one out. We're then going to go up twice, to the left 1, punch it out, replace. We're then going to go over to the right 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 5th block, punch out, replace. And then we're going to go down 1, 2, and on the 2nd block, punch out, replace. So that's all the purple wool you're going to need. For the magenta wool, simply it's 1 block. All we're going to do in between this purple and light grey here, this diagonal block, we're going to punch out, replace with magenta. That is magenta done, nice and easy. Next what we're going to do is do the gold blocks. So in between this purple and magenta, so right here we're going to place a gold. We go down diagonal, gold to side, gold. And then we go up diagonal and down diagonal from there and place 2 gold blocks like so. Next what we're going to do is get our yellow wool. And next to the gold, so in between these 2 gold blocks here, we're going to place 1 there. Go down diagonal, 1 here. Then we go above this gold. So 1 there, and then down diagonal, 1 there. Once you've done that, it looks something like this. And if you want to pause, again, you are more than welcome to do so. That is all you need to do. And that is the bib complete. So as you can see, you can't read what it's meant to say, and that's purely because the blocks are too thick, so there's no way we could really go about making it so you could read what they say, or what it does say. So again, it's open to interpretation, and you can do what you want to do with it. Feel free to change it if that's what you want to do, but this is just the guide I'm showing you. Okay, so with that said and done, we're now going to move on to the right arm. Of course, we're not doing the left arm because the left arm is like the 3D effect. So going on to the right arm, what we're going to do is we're going to place another layer of yellow wool on top, so each layer being 4 wide. So currently we got 2 layers of 4 yellow wool. The third layer is 4 black wool, and it should line up perfectly with this black wool here, which connects up nicely to this part here. On top of this, we're going to place 3 rows of yellow wool. On top of that, a row of black wool, and then on top of that, 5 rows of yellow wool. There you go. So, in total, that is 12 by 4, 12 tall, 4 wide. And again, it consists of 2 layers of yellow, a layer of black, 3 layers of yellow, layer of black, 5 layers of yellow. So, with that said, that is the front of the statue complete. Now, of course, we are missing the left arm, and that is intentional. We're going to come back to that later on in the video. For now, we're going to be doing the main body, and then we'll come back and add the left arm later, as I said, because it's slightly different and slightly more difficult. So, for now, what we're going to do is go around to the sides of statues and start making this thing 3D. So we're going to come to the bottom left corner to this orange stained clay, and we're going to expand it backwards 1, 2, 3 using orange wool. On top of that, we're going to place 3 layers of orange wool, and the sides are 12 by 4 wide, 12 tall, 4 wide, but of course we've got 1 block already placed, so we're only placing 3 blocks on each row. So the 5th row is 3 black wool. The 6th to 11th row, so 5 rows of yellow wool. The next row is black wool. The next row is 1 black, 2 yellow. The next 2 rows are yellow. The next row is 3 black. And then the next, I guess, all the way to the top, I'm not sure how many rows that is actually. Let me count it for you. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows is of yellow wool. Okie dokie. So once you've done that, it should look something, if I can place it, there we go, like this. Now, of course, a bit of that's going to be covered up by the left arm when we actually get around to placing it. But right now, it should be 24 tall and 4 wide. And that consists of 4 layers of orange, 1 layer of black, 5 layers of yellow, essentially 2 layers of black, 2 layers of yellow, layer of black, and then 9 layers of yellow. Moving around to the other side, slightly easier because we don't have to place as many blocks. What we're going to do, expand backwards again from the orange stained clay using 3 orange. On top of that, we're going to do 3 layers of orange wool. On top of that, a layer of black wool. 5 layers of yellow wool. Again, the same policy applies. We're only placing 3 blocks on each row, but it's 4 in total. Next row is 3 black, and then the next, or should I say final row, is 2 yellow and 1 black right on the end. That is the right side of the leg. That is a 12 by 4. And then again, this is a 24 by 4, so slightly bigger. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do now is come around to the back side of the statue, and you're presented with something that looks like this. It's a bit plain, a bit empty, in fact. We are missing quite a bit. So that's what we're going to do now, is work on filling it all in and completing it, and then we'll move on to the other arm. I was about to say the right arm, but it's the left arm, isn't it? Yeah, the left arm. Okay, so what we're going to do for the back of the right arm is we're going to come to this yellow wool here at the bottom and expand it backwards 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that makes a 4 by 4 square that looks something like this. We're then going to come to the side of said arm and start expanding that up. So again, same policy applies, 12 by 4, 1 block already placed, so we're only placing 3 on each row, and this is simply just a case of matching up the blocks. So the first 2 rows is yellow wool, third row is black wool, 4th, 5th, 6th is yellow, 7th is black, and then 8 to 12, 12, need to emphasize the "the", is yellow wool. Again, 12 by 4, very simple, 2 rows yellow, 1 black, 3 yellow, 1 black, 5 yellow. Okie dokie. So, I know I'm kind of going a tad fast, I understand that, and that's why I'm relying on you guys to pause whenever you need to. In fact, let me go back, just in case you do need to, because I always go on the basis it's a real pain if you don't pause, and if you get left behind because it's just difficult, and never continue unless you have something that's looking something like this, otherwise you're going to get to the end and realise you're a bit off, which is not gonna be too good. So, with that said and done, we're now going to move on to the back side of the body. So, the first 4 layers is simply orange wool. Now this is kind of similar to the sides of the arms and the sides of the legs. So it's a 12 by 8, but we've already got 1 block on either side, so we're only placing 6 blocks on each row. The 5th row is black wool. The 6th, 7th and 8th row is yellow wool. And then we're going to do exactly what we did at the front side. So we're going to place 2 yellow, 2 black, 2 yellow. The next row is 1 yellow, black, 2 yellow, black, yellow. And then the final row is black, 4 yellow, black. In fact, it's not the final row. The final row is in fact 6 yellow. Forgot about that one. And that is a 12 by 8 rectangle. Again, very, very simple, very easy to replicate. And now we're going to move on to the back of the body, which is even easier. So, for the back of the body, the first 2 layers is yellow wool. The third layer is 1 black wool. And then what we're going to do, I forgot about this, we're going to go down diagonal, and this row just below we're actually going to place 6 black wool. So that was my mistake. It's not solid yellow, there's actually 6 black wool here, which connects the sides up perfectly. And then what you can do is on this side place 3 black wool, and it will link up nicely like that. With that said, the rest is yellow. So simply all you need to do, place 3 yellow blocks there, and then we just build up to the top. So up to the same height level as the sides and the front. And once you've done that, you'll be left with a 12 by 4 rectangle for the arm and a 12 by 8 rectangle for the back of the body. It's very, very simple. Again, I go on the ethos that it's not ideal to add detail for the sake of adding detail. So you can't actually see the back of the character, so we're just going to assume it's plain and simple. But if you want to add stuff, again, that's up to you, it's optional. But personally, for this tutorial, I will not be adding anything. But again, it's up to you. In fact, one minor thing that I just noticed, from this black wool here, you should have 1 random dot of black wool. What we're going to do is punch out 3 blocks to the right of that, replace that with black wool, and that is done. So it's nice and easy. And yeah, that is the back of the body. Again, back of the legs is a 12 by 8. Back of the body, which is from here to up there, is a 12 by 8. And then the back of the arm is 12 by 4. Okay, so we are making really nice progress. That's always awesome. What we're going to do now is, of course, move on to the left arm. The much anticipated left arm, should I point out. So what we're going to do is go around to the left side of the body, to the top corner, and we're going to place 1 yellow wool. Build it on top of what we've already placed. We're then going to go 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and from here, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a template, I guess, of the arm, and then we're going to make it 3D afterwards. So what we're going to do is go down diagonal to the left, down twice. We're then going to go down diagonal to the right 3 times, so 1, 2, 3, until it looks something like this. We're then going to go to the right 3 more times, so 1, 2, 3, should be in line with this yellow wool, just about here. We're then going to place 1 black wool, 3 yellow, 1 black, 3 yellow. Perfect. Once you've done that, it looks something like this, and simply it's a case of matching up. So what we're going to do from here is build up 3, 1, 2, 3, to the left twice, 1, 2, 1 black wool, 3 yellow, 1 black, 1 yellow, and then up diagonal twice to link back perfectly to make our template. So then what we're going to do is in between the 2 black wools here, we're going to place black wool, and the rest of it we're just going to fill in the gaps using yellow wool, including this part here. It doesn't really matter, as long as the parts that have gaps in are filled in. It's not too important about filling this in, but I'm just going to fill it in anyways, so I can show you what it looks like. So it should look like this. Then what we're going to do is bring it 3 forward. So this is 4 wide, so simply all we do is just bring what we've already built 3 forwards. So 1, 2, 3, and we just follow it all the way around, and that makes like an outside outline template of what we've got to build. So it's nice and easy. For the black part, so from the black wool here, we're just going to expand it 1, 2, 3 using black wool. Back to yellow, 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 3 black wool, and then back to yellow. And it's really, really easy, just building around, extending towards us 3 blocks. And then simply all we need to do is fill in the sides, rather than doing it the other way, which would be building it 3D, which is maybe a bit more complicated to explain. I don't know, let me know down in the comments below if you find the way of doing the arm easier or more difficult. Personally, I think it's easier, but again, it's up to you. Don't know why I put black wool there. Yeah. So, it should look like this once you've done it. We're then just going to simply fill it in. So in between the two black walls, we're going to place black wool. And then for the rest, it's just yellow wool. It's really, really simple. And shouldn't take too much time. So, here we go. That is the arm complete. Now, I have got it so that Chica is holding a cupcake. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. But in terms of the arm, that is what it looks like. This is a below version of what it looks like. And this is also what it looks like from the back side. I know it overhangs the back, but that's to give it a bit more curve. If you don't want to add that and you just want to make it like a flat surface, then you're, I guess, more than welcome to do so. But it does look a tad weird how it just like cuts off. So that's why I've added an extension on the back. Some people might not like it, but again, it's up to you. You can add it if you want. You can delete it if you want. Okay, so for the cupcake, which is what is going to go on the end of the arm, we're going to get our black stained clay and also our brown stained clay. Starting off with the black stained clay, what we're going to do is come to the left arm. We go to the right side of the left arm and to the third row. To the far right block here, we're going to place one black wool. We're then going to go diagonal to the left again, going backwards this time, and then diagonal to the right. So we can't really center it perfectly because the arm is 4 wide and the cupcake's 3. So it's going to be slightly one block off-centered, but I don't think it actually matters that much in this case. It normally would bother me because I have serious OCD, but it didn't really bother me, to be honest. I think it's because most of the time you're looking at the statue from this angle or front on, you don't really notice it. So again, if you want to build it maybe distorted, make it 1 block wider, then that's up to you. I don't recommend it, but it's something you can do nevertheless. It's up to you. So what we're going to do is on top of this black stained clay we just placed, place another row of black stained clay, and then in each corner, so left, right, and then back left, back right, we're going to place one brown stained clay. Once you've done that, it should look like this. Next, what we're going to do is grab our pink wool, and on top of this, we're going to place a 3x3 of pink wool, with the exception of the front left and front right corners, which we're going to place black wool. On top of this, what we're going to do is place a cross shape of pink wool. So we place one at back, left, right, front, and then one in the center, like so. And then on top of that, in the center block, we're going to place one light blue stained clay, one block of quartz, and then the final block, which is, of course, the flame, is one orange stained clay. Now, what you can do, really, to bring the cupcake to life, is get a button, or in this case 2 buttons, the stone ones, and on top of the black wool place 1 button on either one, and that is the cupcake. Now to neaten things up, what you can do is on top of this black wool here, we can place a carpet on either side, and then on this side around the back as well, just for equality, so that when you look at it from the side, there isn't a slab on this side but not on this side, because it looks a bit lopsided if you do that, and that will make the cupcake look like it's got icing all over it, and that the eyes aren't their own thing. So, yeah, that's the cupcake complete. Again, that was based off the design by Crystal Wolf a while back. That was in the Chica plushie video as well. So again, shout out to them for the awesome design. And with that said, that is the body complete. That is the arm complete, the cupcake complete. So that leaves us with just the head. Now, before we do move on, I'm going to get rid of my arm, and we're going to do one of our usual spin around sessions. I'm not going to talk off dimensions. You can just pause whenever you need to. I'm just going to spin around. I'm going to ramble, and you can do whatever you want to do. If you want to skip ahead, that's one thing you can do. But if you want to pause at any point, then that's probably the best intention. Okie dokie. So that was the body. Then we got the left side. We've got the arm. And then the left side of the arm. A front view of said arm, a right side view of said arm, and then we've got our beautiful cupcake, which sits nicely in Chica's hand. As you can see, it's like 1 block off center to the right side, but it's not that noticeable. If it's something that's going to bug you, then maybe don't do it, and then maybe use the normal Chica arm. I'm not too sure, but it's not something that's bugged me, and something like that would usually bug me, so I can't imagine it would bug you too much. So, with that said, we can now move on to the head. That rhymes. Beautiful. So, for the head, what we're going to start off by doing is going to the left side at the front with our yellow wool. And on top of this yellow block here, right at the end, we're going to place a yellow wool and bring it 2 forwards. On the right side, we're going to do the exact same. So right next to this white wool, 1 yellow, bring it 2 forwards, and then we're going to link them together. Now, if you've done it correctly, there should be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 block gap in between, and we're going to do that twice to make an 8x2 overhang, which looks something like this. Now, it is a 2 block overhang, because this block here is a 3D effect, remember? So from the original body, which is here, it's a 2 block overhang. Next, what we're going to do is come around to the side of the body, and we're going to expand it backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on both sides. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then link them together again using a 6x2. And that will give you an 8x2 overhang on the back side, as well as an 8x8 square, which should look something like this. So, what we're going to do is we're going to work on the front side first, the face, which is this side right here, and then we'll loop our way back around and come back to doing the other sides later on. So, for the first 4 rows is simply just yellow wool. So, the first 4 rows is 8 yellow wool, and I'll explain in a minute why that is the case. So, there you go, right now it's 4 tall, 8 wide, and it's yellow wool. The 5th row is 1 yellow. We need our quartz and also our purple magenta stained clay for this. So 1 quartz, 1 purple wool, 2 yellow, 1 purple, 1 quartz, 1 yellow. The 6th row is 1 yellow, 1 quartz, 1 magenta, 2 yellow, magenta, quartz, yellow. The 7th row is 1 yellow, 2 black, 2 yellow, 2 black, 1 yellow. And the 8th and final row is 8 yellow wool. Now once you've done that, it looks something like this, and it looks super derpy because he or she, should I say Chica is a she I guess, does not have a mouth. So what we're going to do is make the beak. The beak is a 3D item. So what we're going to start off by doing is on the bottom row of this yellow wool here, in the middle we're going to place 2 orange stained clay. Now on top of that we're going to place a 4x3 should I say, of orange stained clay, and this is the lower part of the beak. We're going to leave a 1 block gap, and then we're going to replicate this right here, so placing a 4x3, and that is the upper beak. So right now it should look like this. What we're going to do is at the back of this part here, right in the middle, we're going to punch out 2 blocks and replace it with black wool, so 2 center blocks, and then we're going to place 1 quartz there on the left, 1 quartz on the right, leave a 1 block gap, quartz left, quartz right. Again, there should be a 1 block gap in there, and there should be a 2 block gap in the middle. So in total there is 4 teeth, 4 quartz blocks, and the orange is a 4x3, and it looks something like this. Again, this 2 block here is just like the little bit underneath the beak which you have on ducks or chickens, whatever you want to class Chica as. It would imply it's a chicken by the name, but it's very much like a duck. Just saying. So, anyways, it doesn't matter whether Chica's a chicken or a duck, but do let me know down in the comments below, actually, because I can't remember whether she is or isn't a chicken or a duck. Okay, so, with that said, that is the front side complete. Again, it's an 8x8 square, and then we've got the beak, which is like a 3D effect. So, coming around to the left side, simply all we got to do is build up 7, working our way around, to make an 8x8 square. So this is the left side, just working our way around, going up 7 to make an 8x8 square. We then work our way around to the back side, again continuing to just build up 7. All the sides apart from the face are plain yellow wool, so it's nice and easy to replicate. And shouldn't take too long at all. So nearly onto the right side, just worked our way onto the right side now. Again, just working our way back towards the face, building up 7 yellow wool all the way around, so it's nice and easy, no detail needed in fact. And then for the top of the head, simply all we're going to do is fill it in with yellow wool. So that is the main part of the head complete, and we just need to add the little tuft of hair at the top to finish it off. So again, just a little recap of what we've done. This is the front side, which is an 8x8 square. The eyes are on the 5th, 6th and 7th layer, and then we got this beak here which extends out 3, has 3 tall, and then we've got the 2 blocks of orange wool right there. For the top, what we're going to do is we're going to add that little tuft of hair. Now you can make this 1 thick or you can make it 2 thick. I'm going to make it 2 thick. So what we're going to do is go to the left side to the second block in. we're going to leave a 2-block gap. We're going to place 4 yellow wool. The third row in, so the row behind that, we're also going to place 4 yellow wool directly behind. And on top of that, we're going to place a 2x2 square, and that gives you the little tuft of hair. And again, that's what it looks like when it's too thick. If you want it 1 thick, it looks slightly less significant, slightly less pronounced, but still has the same effect, I guess. But again, I'm just going to make it too thick because I think it looks slightly nicer and slightly more official, if that makes any sense. Okie dokie, so with that said and done, that is it. That is the statue complete. Hopefully you've got something looking like this. I'm going to get rid of my arm and have a little fly around before we end off this tutorial. So again, if you did enjoy and you have got something looking like this, then definitely consider leaving a like, subscribing down below if you haven't already, and also checking out the second video of the day, which is going to be uploaded on my second channel, youtube.com/gbgamescreations. So I'll leave a link to that in the description. It'll be near the top. As I have previously announced, I'm going to be doing 1 tutorial a week on the Saturday on here for some form of FNAF World video, and then I'll be doing a second bonus video on the second channel. Last week, or a couple of weeks ago, it was Lolbit, then Didi. I believe this week it's Browboy. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll leave a link again. And you'll see at the start of the tutorial, well, you would have seen which one it is. So hopefully you go check that out. And if you do enjoy that as well, definitely consider subscribing to my second channel, where I'm going to be doing 2 weekly videos as well as 2 weekly videos on here. The only difference is that one has some like hide and seek content and some content with my friends. So yeah, hopefully you'll check it out. With that said, hopefully again you enjoyed the tutorial and you have something looking like this in your world, a Chica, or should I say Adventure Chica from FNAF World, holding its very own cupcake. So with that said and done, thank you for watching. Until next time, my name's been Tom Gummy, and goodbye.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?